I got involved in disability movement also. ମୋ ଭଉଣୀ ରହୁଥିଲା ସେତେବେଳେ ଦୁବାଇରେ, ସୋ ମୋ ବ୍ରଦର ଇନ୍ ଲ ମୋ ଭଉଣୀ ଯାଇକିରି ଜାଭେଦ ଅବିଦି ଲେଟ୍ ଜାଭେଦ ଅବିଦି ତାକୁ ମିଟ୍ କରିଥିଲେ, କହିଲେ ଦେଖ ସେ କେତେ ହି ଇଜ୍ ଡୁଇଂ ସୋ ୱେଲ୍, ହି ଇଜ୍ ଫାଇଟିଂ ଫର୍ ରାଇଟ୍ସ, ହ୍ୱାଇ ଡୋଣ୍ଟ ୟୁ ଡୁ। ସୋ ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ବି ବଢ଼ିଆ ହେଲା ଇଣ୍ଟରାକ୍ସନ୍, ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଲର protest. Then 96 Disabled People's International opened up their chapter in India.
Okay.
ସେଇଠି ମୋର ଡିସେବିଲିଟିର ନଲେଜଟା ବଢ଼ିଲା। ଆଣ୍ଡ ଦେନ୍ ୱିଥ୍ DPI India I became a women's in Siliguri at home, 96 in Siliguri. So I went there, I talked to them because I did not know anyone. ମୁଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ରହିଲି କାହା ସାଙ୍ଗରେ, ଯୋଉ ନନ୍ ଡିସେବଲ୍ଡ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ। ସିଲିଗୁଡ଼ିରେ ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟଣ୍ଡ ହେଇଗଲି, ମୁଁ ଏତେ ବଡ଼ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ରାଉଡ୍ ଦେଖିନଥିଲି ଅଫ୍ ପିପୁଲ୍ ୱିଥ୍ ଡିସେବିଲିଟିଜ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସୋ ମେନି ଡିସେବିଲିଟିଜ୍। 96 ରେ ହିଁ ମୁଁ ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ କନଫରେନ୍ସ ଶ୍ରୀଲଙ୍କା ଗଲି। ଦେନ୍ ଆଇ ଗଟ୍ some great mentors. Dina Radke from Germany. Teresa Diginer is someone I am grateful to. ତାଙ୍କର ଦିଟା ଯାକ ହାତ ନାହିଁ। ସୋ ମୁଁ ୟୁନାଇଟେଡ୍ ନେସନ୍ସକୁ ଯାଇଛି ଗୋଟେ କନଫରେନ୍ସ ପାଇଁ, ମୁଁ ଚାଲି ଚାଲି ଯାଉଛି ଫୟାରରେ, ଦେଖିଲା ବେଳକୁ ଚେକା ମାରିକି ଜଣେ ଲେଡି ବସିଛନ୍ତି ଆଣ୍ଡ ସି ଇଜ୍ ଫିଡିଂ ଅ ବେବି, ହୋଲ୍ଡିଂ ଦ ବେବି ୱିଥ୍ ହର୍ ଲେଗ୍ସ। ମୁଁ ଏତେ ଷ୍ଟୋନ୍ ସକ୍, ସି ଲୁକ୍ଡ ଅପ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସି ସେଡ୍ ହେଲୋ ହେଲୋ। ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ସୋ ସରି, ମୁଁ ତ ଏତେ ଇଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ସୋ ରୁଡ୍। ସି ସେଡ୍ ସରି ସେ नो 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 ଆଣ୍ଡ ୟୁ ଆର୍? ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଶ୍ରୁତି ମହାପାତ୍ର ଫ୍ରମ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ। ସେଟା କହିଲେ କି, ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଆଣ୍ଡ ୟୁ ଆର୍? ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ତେରେସା, I have come from Germany. So she was my mentor and she's a great lawyer also. But ବହୁତ ଜିନିଷ ତାଙ୍କଠୁ ମୁଁ ଶିଖିଲି, how to talk about rights, language that you should speak about, politicians का ସାଙ୍ଗରେ କ'ଣ language ରେ କଥା ହବ, bureaucrats का ସାଙ୍ଗେ କେମିତି କଥା ହବ, media ସାଙ୍ଗରେ କେମିତି, she trained me a lot. ଭଲ mentor, different countries କୁ ଗଲି, ବୁଝିଲି rights କ'ଣ, ଦେଖିଲି ଯେ it is possible to live a life of dignity despite severe disabilities. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦେଖିଲି ତୋପଙ୍ଗକୁ, ତୋପଙ୍ଗ came from Thailand. ତୋପଙ୍ଗ was most of the time on a oxygen cylinder ଲାଗିଥିବ, ଆଉ ଇଆଡ଼େ ଚାଲିଥିବ ଗୋଟେ ସୁନ୍ଦର ଝିଅଟା ସାଙ୍ଗରେ। ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଇଏ କିଏ ତୋପଙ୍ଗ? My fourth wife. I met so many people for the first time, people who were not existing. In India, in Odisha, all that I met a lot of people here also. I traveled across Odisha. Everybody was existing.
Yes, they were only give sympathy. Yeah.
But people were living. And that's something I wanted to bring back to India. But in India, people should live. They should not exist ki ko samay panchi bachi kundo marji varchi. No. Here in India, we are a strong group of people then. Or meeting all these people, working with them. We were all angry actually. We were all young. We were all learning. We were paying taxes. But there is no support system for us in India. Law nahi, ଆମ ଅଧିକାରକୁ ସୁରକ୍ଷା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯେତେ ବ୍ୟୁରୋକ୍ରାସି ପାଇଁ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି, IFS ହଉ, ଡିଫେନ୍ସ ସର୍ଭିସେସ୍ ହଉ, ସବୁ ଜାଗାରୁ କିଛି ନା କିଛି ରିଜନ୍ରେ କଟି ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି। ରେଲୱେଜ୍ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି, କଟି ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି। ମାନେ କୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ଏଇଟା ରହୁଛି? କୌଣସି ବସ୍ ଆକ୍ସେସିବଲ୍ ନୁହଁ, କୌଣସି ପବ୍ଲିକ୍ ପ୍ଲେସ୍ ଆକ୍ସେସିବଲ୍ ନୁହଁ, ଇଲେକ୍ସନରେ ବି we are not able to participate, ସେନ୍ସସ୍ରେ ଆମର ଗଣତି ହଉନି। So it's such a precarious situation and we were all very angry.
And this was late 90s.
Mid-90s. So our first demonstration pare, we got our law. That was first time whole of India saw in 94. A lot of people with disability have congregated right in front of the parliament because that was called the Asia Pacific Decade of Disability by the United Nations. So ସବୁ Asian Pacific countries रे law ସମସ୍ତେ ବନେଇବା ଆରମ୍ଭ କଲେ, ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ବନଉ ନଥିଲା। ସୋ ଆମର ପ୍ରୋଟେଷ୍ଟ ପରେ ଗୋଟେ ତରତର ହେଇକିରି ଗୋଟେ ଲଟେ ପାସ୍ କଲେ, ଡିସ୍କସନ୍ ହେଲାନି ପାର୍ଲାମେଣ୍ଟରେ, କିଛି ହେଲାନି। ବଟ୍ वी वर ହାପି ଯେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ତ ଲ ବାହାରିଲା। ଆଉ ସେ ଲଟାର ନାଁ ଥିଲା ପର୍ସନ୍ସ ୱିଥ୍ ଡିସେବିଲିଟି ଆକ୍ଟ, ଫୁଲ୍ ପାର୍ଟିସିପେସନ୍, ଇକ୍ୱାଲ୍ ଅପରଚ୍ୟୁନିଟିଜ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ପ୍ରୋଟେକ୍ସନ୍ ଅଫ୍ ରାଇଟ୍ସ, ଲର ନାଁ ଥିଲା। ତ ଆମେ କହିଲେ ଚାଲ ଲ ହେଇଗଲା,
At least people can fight legally.
ଯେ ଆମେ ପବ୍ଲିକ୍ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ ନାହିଁ, ଫାଇଟ୍ କରିବା। ତ ଆମେ ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଯାଇଥିଲୁ ପ୍ଲାନିଂ ଆମର ମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିକୁ। ତାପରେ ଆମେ ଗଲୁ, ଆମ ମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି କହିଲା କି ଦେଖ, ଆମେ କହିଲୁ ଏଜୁକେସନ୍ ପାଇଁ ଇଏ ପାଇଁ ସବୁ ବଜେଟ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ। ସେ ହେଲା ବଜେଟ୍ ଏମିତି ହୁଏନି, ହସିଥିଲେ, ଯାଅ ପ୍ଲାନିଂ କମିଶନ ଯାଇ ଡିସ୍କସ୍ କର। ଆମେ ଯାଇଥିଲୁ ପ୍ଲାନିଂ କମିଶନ। ପ୍ଲାନିଂ କମିଶନ କହିଲା ଡୁ ୟୁ ନୋ ହାଉ ବଜେଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ଆଲୋକେଟେଡ୍? It is as per the official numbers in India, which is census. Census कौन को नंबर से मैंने फॉलो करछंती 1870s रो गोटे 0.27%. जोथरे तीनटा ही क्वेश्चन अछि यू आर अ क्रिपल, यू आर ब्लाइंड, यू आर डेफ. तो आमे कहले बे कौन करिया ना आगो सेंसस पाकु जाओ. सेंसस को कहो जे तुमको गणा जे. सेंसस कम्स अंडर होम मिनिस्ट्री. होम मिनिस्टर से बड़े थिले राजनाथ सिंह जी, एबे जे डिफेंस मिनिस्टर. आमको मिललानी अपॉइंटमेंट, आमको किछि दिया हलानी. आम कौन करिबु समस्त संग कथा हे कि धरलु सब केरोसिन जार धरि कि इंडिया गेट पाकरे सेल्फ इमोलेशन वो ड्रामा भी करा हे जे मीडिया जस्ट कॉट होल्ड ऑफ इट. माने मीडिया माने एती तको फायर करले जे प्लीज डोंट प्ले अराउंड विथ विकलांग्स, इट्स गोइंग टू बी रियली टफ फॉर यू. तो राजनाथ सिंह हमको डकैथिले, सेठी मेनका गांधी थिले, अरुण सिंह जी थिले और बहुत जण थिले. आमर भी 3 जण 4 जण रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स जाइथिले. डिस्कशन हला जे हां तांको काउंट करा जो सेंसस रे 2001 सेंसस रे हरीड अफेयर रे करा हला, बट एटलीस्ट द
There was a
percentage
start.
1.9%. So 0.27% ru a jump to 1.9% was excellent. So now we were very happy. We said चलो आम पे एथरो एजुकेशन रे बजेट हो, ट्रांसपोर्ट रे बजेट हो, so सबू accessibility हो. So we gave a lot of our health रे बजेट हो, सबू जगह पे हमें डिजास्टर रिलीफ रे हमको देखा जाओ सब नहीं की जाए. But government had played truant. You know what they had done? ସେମାନେ कौन करथिले से लॉ रे गोटे लाइन रखी देथिले as per the economic capacity of the government. So हमें जहाँ पाकु जाउथलो we were facing a wall. Government रे तो पैसा नहीं. So that was a huge challenge we faced with the first law that we had got. किछि काम फेर भी हैला 7 categories of disability ସେମାନେ रखिथिले. तापरे हमें कहला में इलेक्शंस 2004 रे इलेक्शंस सेटल जनरल इलेक्शंस 2004 रे केही हम कथा सुनले. फाइनली हमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट रे पीएल कलु. लास्ट दीटा फेज रे से कहला एक्सेसिबल कर, दे मस्ट आल्सो वोट विथ डिग्निटी. से एमती हे कि 2014 रे कि तो मो बहुत एक्साइटेड हे कि जाइथिली. चलो किछि तो हे गला, नाउ आई कैन वोट. But you know what happens? Sometimes civil society is so cruel. पहुंचली रैंप ही नहीं देखी किरी नहीं किरी गले. You know there was this threshold. ये जो दुआर बंधा से रूम रे व्हीलचेयर जाओनी ताकू क्रॉस कला बळको सब टेबल गुडा एमती लाखी की अछि. नो स्पेस
To take the wheelchair also.
नो. so I said I'm going inside. So तांकर जने पोल ऑफिशियल मते आसी धीरे कोछि त आपण कहि दियंतु मते चुपकिले मु तम आपण को नारे लेखि करी पकई देबी सेटा. Well, this isn't what I'm fighting for. From 2004 we have been doing. 2014 I have to vote myself. बहुत विरक्त हेले. They pulled aside the tables. फिर मु गली बैलेट बॉक्स एते उच्चा केमती हबो कहले ना आउ सुनिले नी कहले आपण करी के दे दियन तो आमे गली. मु कहले हे परिबनी हम एते वाटरू आसी एते वर्षरु मु अपेक्षा करछि टू कास्ट माय वोट. सो फिर तळ को कले I cast my vote. I came up. They were very angry with me, which is ठीक अछि. But what made me very sad was the comment of the civil society. बहुत लोग सेठ कहले हा आंको गोटे वोट रे तो ये पृथ्वी उल्टे पलटे पकेबे तामसा करूचती बसकिरी हम समस्त को डेरी करई देले. So that was the kind of insensitivity of the society which I have suffered. Anyway, ता परे भी हमें लागी कि रहिलु. 2018 रे वोटर्स डे डिक्लेयर करेलु. 2019 रे I went in great style and I cast my vote. By 2006, we had got our international convention from UN. So CRPD kahila, it changed the entire definition of disability. It said no more talking about charity, development, economy. Rights of people with disability is equal to human rights. 6 ru hame government sange fight kari kari aschu je you have ratified this. Ratify करिया पे भी फिर सेवड़ा करिया पड़ला. Lot of melodramas, strikes, candlelight vigils. But finally government signed and ratified in 2007. Good. तापरे फिर गोटे लंबा प्रोसेस चलला जे you have to change the domestic law now. You have to make it rights based. Previous law was charity based, right? Welfare based. ସେଇଟା ବହୁତ କଷ୍ଟ ହେଲା. ମାନେ ଏତେ ଲମ୍ବା ଆମେ प्रति एमपी, प्रति एमएलए, प्रति गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर, प्रति इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स समस्त निजे निजे स्टेट रे मो स्टेट रे प्लस मु नेशनल लेवल रे भी काम करता करी 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 फाइनली गवर्नमेंट कहला ठीक अछि अमेंडमेंट कर दबा पुराना लॉ रे आमे विद इन लेस देन 12 आवर्स किछ जण हम दिल्ली रे पहुंचीचु वी टुक आउट द लॉ एंटायर लॉ को हमें कहले अमेंडमेंट केतना हबो 500 amendments. So is a law with 500 amendment even legible? I mean, is it legal? I mean, how can you have a law with 500 amendments? So again, a whole process of, because advocacy failed. So again, all this. And one constant friend in this journey was media. They were writing articles, publishing our challenges. That again took a lot of time. In the meanwhile, what happened in 2014, the NDA government came. And we got some positive fillers from the PMO. We got some positive fillers from some other ministers. And we were really looking forward. It went. But then there were also, it went as a bill to the parliament. Reject ho jai tha, aasta hai kiri. But finally, 2016 re, hame fair create kolu history. Kemti? Ye jo nuwa law ta, ye nuwa law ta government officers likhina. Ye nuwa law ta persons with disabilities.
Oh.
Parents of children with disabilities, lawyers and experts with disability, and government offices. आमे मिसी के लिखलु बढ़िया लॉ कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव लॉ किंतु पार्लियामेंट रे पास ही पारोनी एनडीए गवर्नमेंट रो ऑपोजिशन रो तो किछि भी नहीं ना they were always opposing each other if you remember 14 to 16
and this had no opposition mane this why would you raise opposition on these points
तांकर तो किछि बिल पास होनी हो so jaha government kala they will stall so 2016 a whole year I have spent just we were assigned we divided the work amongst ourselves we spent a whole lot of time tweeting writing emails going and meeting as many members of the parliament as I could. One great friend I got is in Baichand Panda because he tweeted my tweet and he told everybody, let us go beyond party politics, race. CPIM came forward, many others who came forward and said, no, we must. So 2016 ଆମେ history କଲୁ କେମିତି December ମାସରେ ଆମେ ଜାଣୁଛୁ ଅଳ୍ପ ଦିନରେ ଆଉ କିଛି ହେଇପାରିବନି ସରିଯିବ winter session ତ ସେତେବେଳେ 2015 ରେ first time prime minister ଆସିଲେ ଓଡ଼ିଶା so ମୁଁ ରାତିରେ ଗୋଟେ phone call ପାଇଲି from our education minister Dharmendra Pradhan ji PM wants to meet you so ମୁଁ next day ଯାଇଥିଲି my interaction was too good but तार गोटी पार्ट खाली कहते से मत कहले क्या कर सकते हैं श्रुति जी मैं कहली सर बस एक कीजिए वो बिल पास करवा दीजिए हमारा लॉ चाहिए स्ट्रॉन्ग लॉ नहीं तो बड़े परेशानी होगी एमती हसी मुंड नॉट करितले तापरे मु मो सांग मानू कहली PM राजी होइछन्ती किछ करियो करेंगे कहि कि जाय कि से माने सेठी भी बहुत कैबिनेट मीटिंग करिले 16 रे the only bill that got passed in that session was the Rights of Persons with Disability Act. So for us it was jubilation and all the hard work of the last माने से 4 वर्ष मु तुम कहि परिबिनी केमती पागल परिका हमें काम करिचु ट्रैवल करिचु कंटीन्यूअसली लेखु थाउ जे जेते लेखि पारला देखो we all look up to the American with Disability Act, it's mother of all acts. Equality Act of UK. But now the world looks up at India's act, Rights of Persons with Disability Act.
Well, it was done in a better way.
Yes, it's a good law. I'm so happy and I'm so proud that a lot of good things are happening now in India because of this law. The punitive action भी अच्छी देखो आगो law रे punitive action नथिला एबे तुमे मते गोटे खराब गाड़ी दबो ता पे भी 50,000 टंका फाइन अछि ता पे भी 6 months जेल अछि तमे जदी गोटे स्टूडेंट कॉलेज रे पढुछ तमे पे 5% रिजर्वेशन अछि तमे जदी गवर्नमेंट जॉब को अप्लाई करियो तमे पे 4% रिजर्वेशन अछि एंड इफ यू थिंक यू आर अ प्राइवेट कंपनी एंड यू कैन गेट अवे विथ इट नो वे no reservation there in jobs but you have to have an equal opportunity policy and this policy has to be very visible on your website clearly stating how did you hire how did you advertise how did you this thing did you follow all the guidelines did you make it accessible for the disabled communication accessible and law is good law is strong and it has decentralized access to justice aguru kon high court नाले गोटे कमिश्नर फॉर स्टेट पर्सन्स विथ डिसेबिलिटीज एबे प्रति डिस्ट्रिक्ट रे गोटे गोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट रे स्पेशल कोर्ट
अच्छा
हां बहुत एतर
so work has been done all over
yes Yes, I feel so happy. I think my work is over because implementation will go on. Our gender or SC/ST, so independence 47 ରୁ ଏତେ ବର୍ଷ ହେଲା 76 years ହେଲା ହେଇନି. So implementation will go on. But at least policy and law wise, India has a strong environment.
And then what happened after 2016? What were your other NGOs?
2016 ରେ ପରେ ଆମର ଭଲ ଭଲ ଜିନିଷ କେତେ ଗୁଡ଼େ ହେଇଛି. Electronic policy, ଆମର new education policy, everything is now looking at inclusion. So now in India, ଆମର ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ କ'ଣ ହେଇଥିଲା ଆଗ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷଟା ଏକ୍ସକ୍ଲୁଜନ୍ ହେଇଯାଉଥିଲା. ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି, ମାନେ ଆଗରୁ କ'ଣ ମାନେ ସ୍କୁଲ ରେଗୁଲାର ସ୍କୁଲ, ତାପରେ ସ୍କୁଲ ଫର୍ ଦ ବ୍ଲାଇଣ୍ଡ, ସ୍କୁଲ ଫର୍ ଦ ଡେଫ୍. ଆଉ ସେ ରେଗୁଲାର ସ୍କୁଲକୁ ଯଦି ତମ ଛୁଆ ଯାଇକି ପଢ଼ିବେ ତାହେଲେ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମାନଙ୍କୁ they have to bear everything. So now things have changed. Now we have 4 strong laws. Rights of Persons with Disability Act, the National Trust Act, the Rehabilitation Council Act, and Mental Health Act. 4 strong laws. And then we have the new education policy. New education policy ଏବେ କହୁଛି everything is the responsibility of the government. ତମେ ଆଉ ସ୍କୁଲ କହିପାରିବନି ଯେ ନାଇଁ ଆମେ ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ଆଡମିସନ ଦବୁନି. Even if you're private school, you have to admit them if they are in your neighborhood, and government will reimburse all your expenses towards that child. Each child has the freedom to go to any school of their liking. And ମୋ ବାପା ସବୁବେଳେ କହନ୍ତି ଯେ if you're educated, you can change the world and you'll live a good life.